Hi, everyone. We will be starting the podcast momentarily. Thank you for joining us today. We greatly appreciate it. It'd be funny if I was like that. Like this podcast was very official.
It isn't?
Well, I mean, while you weren't here. Everything okay?
Couldn't be better.
You know what turns people off to watching a podcast as soon as it starts?
What? I'm one of those moods today.
Oban Honkeros. Oh, I know what's wrong. Yes. I'm a dummy. For those of you that snuck in, good job. I'm a dummy. I was sitting here and I'm like, I know I forgot something. I didn't forget it now. There we go. Excellent. How did I forget to do that? Okay. Can close this. Can close that.
Can close
Whoa, holy moly. I go away from the chat for a second. There's a bazillion people here.
Talking about how great my singing voice is?
Yeah, I'm sure that's it. Okay. All right. Yeah, mime. I knew you were going to say, or I know people were going to say that because I was thinking the same thing. They thought the stream was looping. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast Webisode.
Oh boy,
655. The Delphox Podcast. That's PHOX for the extra radness. What song is that?
Foxy Lady.
I love your impressions of songs because they're always slightly off. It's like boom, bang, 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 and you're bump, bump, bing, bump, bump, bing.
But mine's way more exciting.
It was interesting. Aubrey, tell us about Delphox, please.
That was good, right at the beginning?
Sure, yeah.
Delphox is a relatively tall bipedal Pokemon resembling a fox.
Oh, okay.
It is covered in a coat of fur that resembles a robe. This robe.
Did you have like extra coffee today?
I didn't have enough coffee today. Is the problem.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I told you my coffee saga this morning.
I know, yeah. I didn't know that it ended with you not having enough coffee because I saw you come home with coffee.
I didn't get my morning roast. I didn't have any before I left because I thought I was going to have good coffee.
Okay. Continue, please.
I think we have to go to Flemington. Get
For
some
what?
counterculture coffee, maybe.
I don't know what any of that means. Can we continue?
We'll pick you up some of your beloved chicken tendies while I go get my good coffee.
From where?
I don't know. Isn't that what you people eat? Chicken tendies?
What's you people? Neckbeards?
Is that a neckbeard thing?
I would think so, yeah. That screams neckbeard to me. I'll start talking like a neckbeard if you want me to.
Please don't. Please.
Looks down at his feet sheepishly. Kicks Pebble. Would you like to suck on my wiener? Embarrassed slightly. I could do it.
Look, if you do that stuff and you're doing it with someone who likes that, then by all means, continue.
You liked it.
But please don't ever make that your first line of conversation with anyone. Like, ever.
Well, in person, they don't say the stuff they text.
But if someone's going to text something like that, my guess is that your first impression with them may not be in person.
It's always something cute followed by something very vulgar.
Well, yeah, then it's like, F you, you biatch, slut.
Wow.
At least what I see on the
Can I
Nice
hear?
Guys subreddit.
Can I hear the rest of the Delphox?
Well, anyway, just try being genuine and saying hi. How you doing?
Milady.
Nice to meet you. Don't use milady.
Why not?
Because it freaks girls out.
Rain, please continue.
It's covered in a coat fur that resembles a robe. This robe is primarily dark red with red-orange flame-like markings near its knees, as well as a thin tuft of white fur on its torso, flanked by yellow fur draping down from its shoulders. It has I went cross-eyed for a sec. 3 tufts of red-orange fur protruding out of each ear, like you. Its forearms feature long red fur resembling sleeves, also like you.
That's true. Not red, though.
And its hands and feet are dark gray with 3 clawed fingers and toes. Well, your toes are clawed,
like me.
Respectively. No, your toenails are like creepy short. You're always ripping them off.
Hate toenails. Get them off.
Yeah, and then leave them on the floor.
Those are the cat toenails.
No, they're definitely not. A tail covered in yellow fur protrudes from its, quote, robe. When its mouth is open, 2 pointed teeth can be seen on its upper jaw. Delphox carries a stick that it uses like a magic wand. When in use, its tip is set alight. And when not in use, the stick is hidden away in its sleeve-like fur. Delphox gazes into the flame at the tip of its, quote, wand to achieve a focused state of mind that allows it to see into the future. It can use its psychic power to ensnare its enemies in a fiery vortex capable of reaching 5,400 degrees Fahrenheit. Prior to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, Delphox was the only known Pokemon capable of learning mystical fire.
Whoa.
So that's what you need to know about Delphox. It's number 655. It's a fire psychic type Pokemon. Its abilities include Blaze, and its hidden ability is Magician. Way more male than female, like almost 90% male.
Today is Axel's first time watching the podcast live. Hello, Axel.
Hi, Axel. I hope we don't disappoint.
Excuse
me, I'm not finished
how
yet.
Embarrassing.
They're 4 feet 11 inches tall and 86 pounds.
Thanks, Mom Brain.
You're welcome.
Hi, Colma and Cedar and Floody and let me go over here. Super Sean and the Aloe Wolf and ZX Billy and Mime Without a Cause and Giant Reggie and Santiago and Axel and Mark D. Payne and Murasaki and Drew and did I say ZX Billy? I did. And King Schmid and Agent Iron Cat and Swedish Galaxy 94 and Blunners and the Name Keying Clown and Robert and Wouter and Mario the M-Hat Hero and It's a Trap and Eric and Spaniel and Cercer and Amiibo Fan and Angelo and Gristlefoot. Holy bajolies. Thanks for joining us today, guys. I appreciate it. I saw someone mention that they were like, how the hell could Delphox be the Pokemon today? Well, I didn't want to admit this in front of Mom Brain, but hello, Easy Mode, Let's Play. Last week I read the wrong Pokemon. I think I switched numbers, so instead of 654, I did 564. How embarrassing, right? That's what happens when you're not here.
Oh. I'm sorry. I'm doing podcast music.
I was seeing if you're doing that or if you were looking at cats or your usual.
Oh,
somebody want to know what you're drinking.
Polar Black Cherry Seltzer. I think originally Polar was a New England thing. But now you can get it here in New Jersey. Yeah, they're from Worcester.
Hello, Cowboy.
Now, if you can get your hands on Polar, I highly recommend their orange dry soda. Delicious. Gets the Italian Bene Smoothie.
Is that the one I like?
Yeah, it's good.
Hello, Roth. So, God damn it. Hello, Bacon Bits. There was something I wanted to say, and it's gone. It's gone, whatever it is. Today's podcast is not sponsored by anyone because that sponsorship is over.
Oh.
We did a whole, well, we did 5 weeks. We did 5 weeks. I was going to say whole month, a little bit more than a whole month. But thank you again to Bluebird team for that. It was greatly appreciated. And again, we have some other things in the works, specifically for later this month and then early in April as well. And I can't talk about it, but it should be exciting. I'm very happy to be a part of it. You can tell the Switch is doing well because companies are like, hey, we want to promote our games because they can actually sell well on the system. So they're reaching out, which is, can chat sponsor me? Isn't there some, hello, Nader Die. Nader Die says, I am here in all capital letters. Can the chat sponsor me? Isn't there a thing you can do on YouTube? This shows how behind the times I am. Can't people send you money on YouTube? Like, and those people get into like those people get into like a special chat. I think you can. I think I see that. That's enough of that, Colma. I think I see people doing that when I watch the LA Beast. If I ever catch the LA Beast doing a live stream, I notice some people doing that, kicking in a couple bucks or something like that, and then I guess you know, they have a special chat, and I guess it highlights it different so that your comments more likely to be read. But I don't like to do that. Doesn't sound right. I don't want a couple bucks for doing it. I've been doing this show for 655 episodes, including today. That's 655 weeks straight without missing a single week. I don't want to be like, hey, guys.
Do we have some kind of record?
I don't know. I don't know. Right? It's a lot to go without missing. And I've never missed an episode.
I know. I think we might have some kind of record.
I think we are kings of the world. And queens. Podcast world. No? Yeah. I don't know. We got to reach out to Guinness. They do world records for weirder things, right? They do stuff like the LA Beast eating how many powdered donuts you can eat in a minute and you're not allowed to lick your lips. Like, I think like consecutive podcasts is a more quote unquote normal you know,
yeah,
record to set. Not that I'm against the LA Beast. I love the LA Beast.
The cool thing about that is that, like, it's not like somebody can just beat that. Like go out and say, look, you ate 25 donuts. I bet I could do 26. Yes. It's like,
yeah, most episodes of a podcast consecutively.
Weekly episodic.
Longest running weekly episodic podcast in history. That I don't know. Instead of paying RMC just to give money to people who need them, like the poor, instead of paying RMC, just give the money to people who need them, like the poor. RMC is not poor. We are not poor.
We are not poor, but
but we do live in New Jersey.
I'm a teacher.
Hello, Omar.
So
no, we're not. We're fine. Don't say that stuff. No, I even if I was destitute, I would feel terrible being like, hey guys, RMC here. I run GoNintendo. Give me money. Right?
Give me a spare dime.
I'm not knocking people that do it. It's just my own thing. Hello, Tentavision. It's my own thing. Hello, Do. It's a hang up I have.
Yeah, he'd send me out to get a third job before you would do that.
It's a hang up I have. Can I please straighten the frame directly behind my head?
Oh, yes. You forgot to do that.
Yes, I can.
Keep going a little more, I think.
A little too much?
No, I think that might be it, but ask your friend.
How about this one? I feel like it needs a little more. Yeah. No, maybe it's right. Good enough, you tell me. Yes, Kevin Smith is a Jersey boy, and the LA Beast is a Jersey boy, and I would love to do a podcast with the LA Beast. He loves, or he has an affinity for wrestling and video games, at least classic Nintendo. I haven't really talked to him about it, obviously, but I see he has paraphernalia related to those things in his videos, so it makes me think he's into that stuff. Nico Darunia says, hi, Mom Brain.
Hi.
Wait, what's Cowboy? Did you look up a record here? Hello, Nico Darunia. Cowboy, I missed if you were looking up a record or something like that. Smodcast, that's how many episodes. Oh, he's comparing us to another podcast. Yeah, if somebody else, if there's a record, I'd be interested to know. I mean, I could look it up. You guys don't have to look it up. I could look it up on my own. But come on, 655 episodes weekly without missing a single week, and I've been on every single podcast?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, let's. Well, here's the most important thing to mention. Happy birthday, Switch.
Yeah, it's the Switch's birthday today.
Believe it or not,
I'm walking on air.
we are a year out from the Switch. It's been a year since the Switch launched. Is that not crazy?
It is a little crazy.
I feel like it's so hard to believe because it really has been nonstop. Like big releases from Nintendo and big indie stuff as well. And there's just been so much content. I mean, if I weren't an adult with adult things to do and having to run the site and all that, I still don't know if I would have enough time to play all the games that I want to play. There's so many out there on the Switch that I want to play. So many more coming, more every single week. So, yeah, it's been a whirlwind first year. Obviously going very well for Nintendo, and we have big things on the horizon. Kirby Star Allies is coming out later this month. Nintendo Labo comes out 420 Blaze It. So there's two big ones right there. So, and then obviously some other third-party. Wolfenstein's in there, and then we have indie stuff on the way as well. It's been really exciting. It's been nonstop. There's been so much stuff to cover, so much great content out there. Last we heard officially from Nintendo, there were over 300 games, but that was a little while ago, so we could be at 400 now for all I know, or at least very close to it. Pretty damn cool to see. So there's something else I have to say. On last week's podcast, I mentioned that all of our friends have a Switch, and one friend got mad at me because they don't have a Switch. PC wanted me to point out that she does not have a Switch. She has people in and around her. Oh, not in her. She has people around her that have the Switch, so she gets to play the Switch often, but she herself does not own one. And then on top of that, I said I don't have any friends who would play Monster Hunter with me, and she wanted me to say that she would, but I think we all know that she wouldn't play it very long. So I'm holding back on that one. But yes, she does not have a Switch. So there, I corrected myself. I don't want to get yelled at again. She punched me and slapped me. So that's that. So yeah, we're a year in with the Switch. Let's talk about the Switch. Well, first up, I don't remember if I mentioned this last week or not, but the latest episode of Parents Play. That's it. Malagalo's got it. PC isn't a friend. That's why I didn't mention it.
That's terrible.
PC's one of my best friends. I don't remember if I talked about it last week, but there is a new episode of Parents Play, and my parents sat down to play Celeste. And with this episode, I was like, you know, I always sit down and try and make them as good as I can and as funny as I can. And 90% of the funny comes from my parents, but I got to throw some editing in there and stuff like that. So I was like, you know, it's been a while since we've had a Parents Play. I'm going to make sure I really pour a lot of time into this one. I'm really going to go in there with editing and see what I can do, some zooms and close-ups and all kinds of silly stuff. And I've gotten very positive remarks from you guys, positive comments and stuff like that on this episode, saying that the editing was really top-notch. So thank you. I appreciate that because I did put a lot of time into it. No joke, it took me 7 hours from start to finish to edit together this, 20-something minute episode. So for those of you that did watch it, thank you. I appreciate it. For those of you that didn't, you can check it out on the YouTube channel, which is where you're watching the podcast right now. Or if you're listening to the podcast, just go to GoNintendo, and it's in the top bar called Go Original Content. I hate.
Why?
It's a dumb name.
So change it.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Well, then
so
why
yeah,
did you feel the need to comment on
go
it?
check that out, because when I say it, I don't like it. Give me a better name.
I don't have one.
You know what would be a fun video?
What?
Me sitting down with you and having you, from memory, draw out what GoNintendo looks like the design of the site. Yeah, I thought so. Long brain's never there.
Also, I don't draw.
Swedish Galaxy. Well, it'll just be boxes. I'm not looking for pictures.
Just a thing at the top, and then a bunch of stuff along the sides, and then stories in the middle.
Not right. No.
ASPCA beating up bears. I don't go to that website.
You get those ads based on what you're doing.
Because I donate to St. Hubert's, maybe?
I don't know. Swedish Galaxy says Parents Play is the best niche that nobody else does. Well, thank you, Swedish Galaxy. And I know that's why, you know, depending on what the game is, if it's a very popular game, we'll get a good amount of views, like 60,000 views or something like that. But if it's like, you know, a game that isn't huge, something like Celeste. Celeste is doing very well, and I'm glad to see it. But it doesn't get a lot of attention. And I know it's a hard sell because it's like, hey, you want to watch two parents play video games that one of them doesn't know how to play and one of them's okay. Like, I get that people don't want to watch it. But the thing I will say is when people do give it a shot, they actually really enjoy it. I hardly ever hear anyone say they watch the videos and they're like, I hate it. It's boring. It's stupid. I maybe once or twice in the whole history of the thing I've seen that. But yeah, by and large, the majority of people really like it. Spaniel says Parents Play is an amazing Parents Play is an amazing series. Went back and watched the series in entirety these past few weeks. Love the new editing techniques. Keep the episodes coming, baby. Well, thank you, Spaniel. I really appreciate that. Like I say, if one person gets something out of it, then that's all that matters to me. Hi, Kirby. It's Kirby.
Hi.
Happy Switch Anniversary Day.
Oh, that's today.
Yes, literally today. It is 1 year since the Switch has launched.
How were you guys last night? Did you lose power at all?
Maybe
minutes.
like a minute altogether. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you lose power?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
Which,
I was going to say, if you did, you should have gotten in touch. Could have
Like
come over here.
everybody has lost
My
power.
parents have been out. For those that don't know, there's a nor'easter that went through the northeast. And they're like, it snowed all day, but it didn't really stick here. But the wind was terrible.
Yeah, we basically got a snowstorm and a hurricane at the same time.
It was rough. But yeah, we were very lucky.
The Shell station blew over.
What? Really?
You didn't see it?
No.
Oh my god! It was.
Oh my god!
I didn't even notice it until I got home and like saw somebody taking a picture on Facebook. I was like, "Where is that? Is that in Clinton?" But it was the one on 22.
Wow, that's amazing. My parents, you know how my parents' house has all the big pine trees out front?
Oh yeah.
One of them blew over across the whole road, so the plows couldn't even get by because there's a tree in the middle of the road.
There's a big section of 22 that's shut down, way down by like Greenbrook. Like from all the debris and whatnot.
Knock on wood, we were good.
I was really worried that I was going to come home and there'd be like a tree.
Yeah.
In the middle of my living room.
Yeah. No, we made it okay. Hopefully, everybody that's been impacted by the storm is okay, and you're doing well, and you're with family and friends or whatever. But yeah, like I said, my parents are still out of power, and they might come here later today. I was hoping they would get in touch with me because I was going to be like, "Hey, come to the podcast," but I haven't heard from them yet. If they do come during the podcast, I will try and get them on the podcast. All right. So Parents Play, all that stuff. Thanks for your support. Like I said, that new one's there. More episodes are coming always. It's just we need to schedule these things. And then on top of that, on the YouTube channel, we have a couple new videos. One of them is talking about rumors and how companies handle them. And if you believe when companies deny rumors, because we've seen track records from all different companies. Some track records are good, and when they say something isn't happening, it's not happening. And others are like, no, that's not real. We don't know what you're talking about. And then a couple months later, it's like, oh, we did know what you're talking about because here it is. So it's a video asking you guys about how you feel when a company comments on stuff like that. Plus, it's we discussed some of the recent instances of that, like with Sega and a rumored Sonic racing game and the whole Diablo Blizzard thing that's been going on recently too. So we discussed that. Then in another video I put out on our YouTube channel a while ago, I asked what you guys wanted to see. And by and large, the most requested thing was gameplay videos where I talk, because I did a gameplay video and people are like, yeah, that's good, but we want you to talk when you play. And I'm like, oh God, I hate doing that. But I tried it and I did it with Flint Hook. Flint Hook is coming out on the Switch this week, I think. I think it's March 5th that comes out. It's this week. I don't know if it's the 5th or the 9th, whatever. But it's coming out this week. I'd never played Flint Hook. I knew about Flint Hook. I saw it on other platforms. So I was like, I got to get around to playing that. Never did. Switch version's coming out. Got a good excuse to jump in there. The guys at Tribute were nice enough to reach out with a code. So I asked them, can I show footage? And they said yes. So that's what I did. It's me playing Flint Hook, pretty much going in blind as far as actual gameplay goes. I've seen trailers before, but you are seeing me sit down and fire up the game for the first time, and I give you commentary while I'm playing. And it's not like, I think the music here is wonderful, and I like how... It's not that. It's me, like, just rambling about stuff and making lots of noises, because that's what I do when I play. So check that out if you haven't. And again, thanks to Tribute for sending that our way. So that's that. Mark D. Payne wants answers. What are your hopes for year 2 of the Switch? Me personally, I want to see what's going on with Pikmin. Obviously, I would like to learn more about Metroid Prime 4. I would like, to tell you the truth, at the top of my list, I would like a new WarioWare. I desperately want a WarioWare on Switch. I love WarioWare, and I think WarioWare is at its best when it's using the hardware in weird ways. WarioWare Smooth Moves on the Wii is one of my favorite games ever. It's just stupid fun, and I love it. So yeah, that's my number one. How about you, Mark D. Payne? What do you want? You're welcome, Mark. Sorry. I did see it. I just was rambling about other stuff. Yes, I'm excited about Travis Strikes Again. Of course, I'm a big No More Heroes fan. Let's get to the regular news, and then we can discuss that other stuff later.
I found the picture.
Let me see this. Wow. Look at that.
How does wind do that?
When wind is angry.
And it's still like that when I passed it on my way here.
It was windy as heck. It was, I mean, we've got branches down in the backyard, but nothing terrible.
Bad. Oh, I got a text from my mom. I meant to read that.
Hi, honey.
My mom says, we're heading over. Maybe just until they get the power
Your
back
mom
on.
Does not sound like
which, which is supposed to be 10. Okay, mommy.
So mean.
I'm going to tell her come do the podcast. She did pay attention. I said, please don't tell me after 3:15 because I'll be doing the podcast. I said, you can text me. So she texted me. A day with the Rents. A day with the Rents.
Well, it could also be with the McQuilkins.
Are they coming over?
I told them if they needed to, they could.
They got to live down here. At the Barfus.
In there.
In there, yes. Inside the furnace. Inside the pellet stuff. All right, Rainway. Rainway is making an app that lets you stream your PC games to other devices, so other gaming platforms, and specifically the Switch. They showed the Switch in one of their trailers. They've been talking about how they want to bring it to the Switch. So, earlier this week, the Rainway app guys put out a tweet on Twitter, and they were like, and the tweet said, trying to discuss Rainway without people asking about the Switch version. And they had the old meme video of Will Smith trying to sneak in and get past Uncle Phil, and Uncle Phil catches him, and it turns into like a Metal Gear thing, and blah, 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 blah. It's a meme.
Oh, from that... wait, was that from that...
yes.
That guy?
Oh, you know, yes.
Yeah, I can't say his name.
So they tweeted that out, and people got really angry about it. And they were like, why don't you want to talk about the Switch version? Where is the Switch version? It's been a year. As far as my recollection goes, they were talking about the Switch version of their app before the Switch came out, slightly before it. Yes, and it's been a year, and we haven't gotten too many updates. There have been updates, but people are like, what's up? Where is it? What's going on? Why are you going to joke about this? It's not funny. And the Rainway app people were like, we've talked to you. You know what's going on. They said the ball's in Nintendo's court, so if it's going to happen, it's got to be Nintendo. And people were like, well, why would you show the Switch in your trailer if it wasn't a sure thing that the app is coming to the Switch? And some people are like, well, they showed it because the Switch is hot S right now, and they want to get attention on their app. So that's why they did it. And then it turned into this like big fight on Twitter between the Rainway people and just Switch fans in general.
Oh, boy.
And it eventually led to the app, or to the developers deleting all the tweets from their Twitter account. So it turned into a big mess. Now, here's the thing.
Did they delete their account?
Not their account, no.
Tweets?
Just all the tweets relating to that, yes.
Okay.
The thing is, if I saw that tweet, I would not get angry about it. That's just me, though. I'd see it's a joke. They were joking around, trying to make light of the situation. They know Switch fans want to know what's up. But, you know, there's nothing much to say at this time. So they were just putting a joke out there. And some people took it the wrong way. And I can understand people being upset because they feel misled, saying that the app has been shown for Switch. They've said multiple times it's coming to the Switch, and now they're saying like it needs to be polished up and it's in Nintendo's court and they gotta blah blah blah. So I can understand the anger, but turn into like really, really angry people.
Yeah, imagine like in the 90s, if somebody told you that there was a way that you could get in contact with a developer and hassle them for, for like, you know, teasing a game and then not releasing it.
Like it's I just imagine like going into the past and telling someone, hey, is there anything you like comic books, movies, video games, music? What if I told you there's a way to directly contact those people and tell them you hate their stuff? I feel like, what?
And tell them to kill themselves.
Yeah, right. That sounds great. Mario Star has the top rated comment and he says, rabid Switch fanboys need to chill out for God's sake. First harassing the A Hat in Time devs, and now we're on this. It just makes all the console owners look bad. Well, if I was going to side with one side, I would say I agree with them on that comment. But I can still see people feeling like let down because we don't know what's going on with the app, and now they're kind of backpedaling a little bit and saying like we can't do anything. We got to wait to see if Nintendo says okay. So I can understand the anger. It's just like the way it's addressed.
I don't think they're going about it the right way.
Yeah, exactly. But that's social media for you. Hey, Mom Brain.
Yes.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
What if I told you
slow.
he wasn't going to be Sonic the Hedgehog? Originally, he was going to be Sonic the Human Boy.
Ew.
It's true. This comes from Sonic designer Naota Oshima.
He was going to be a boy who only wears sneakers.
He says,
yeah, right.
I created the first design proposal for Sonic after 3 years in design department. Although it wasn't Sonic then, the main character was a human boy. I remember the idea struck me right as I was going to bed, and I was afraid that I wouldn't remember it in the morning. So I drew it quickly in my notebook and then fell asleep. My pitch was that the maps of action games were, at the time, always full of squares, everything at right angles. What if we could make a game where a character was running over smooth terrain, running in circles around loops and such? So I presented my proposal to Sega and told me that it could probably not be done. But that if anyone could program it, it would be Yuji Naka. They said that if I could get him on board, we could proceed with the project. Well, obviously, Yuji Naka was on board, and they made Sonic the Hedgehog. But yes, at first it was Sonic the Human Boy.
Is it going to be like Alex Kidd, but faster?
Yeah. Isn't Alex Kidd like a monkey? Monchichi.
Oh, but okay.
But more human boy.
I assume that because his, he had Kid in his name.
I could be wrong. Alex Kidd, the Monchichi.
He does kind of look like a Monchichi.
Hammer Galadebro says, I'm sure the upcoming movie will show us a human boy Sonic. You don't know? Yes, let me tell you. There is, coming out November 2019, a Sonic feature film. Like, go to the movies and see it.
Oh, boy.
And it's CG and live action.
Is it going to be based on the self-titled game? The Sonic 06 game?
Yeah, so we can finally see CG Sonic kiss Lacey Chabert in real life.
Yeah, she could play herself since it's live action.
Yeah, well, isn't she like religious? She probably wouldn't do that now.
I mean, she was. Are you saying she like found her faith after doing that game?
Who wouldn't? You'd either lose your faith or find your.
She was like, "Oh my god, I was in this horrible game. I need to find Jesus."
Well, either way, yes, there's a Sonic movie coming out.
Oh god.
There's some interview where they said like who's tied to the project in the films that they've been in. Someone that's
good luck to him. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, someone that worked on Deadpool is involved with it, and then there's another movie, and I was like, oh, that other movie, I don't know. Yeah.
What was the other movie?
I don't remember.
But you remember it was bad.
Yeah, I don't want to say it was bad, but it's something where I read the title and I was like, I don't know if that makes me nervous. There you go. Owlwolf picked the perfect answer. He goes, Tails could be a human girl. So finally, so many people's fan fiction can come to life on the big screen.
I wish Lube was here to look that up on Rule 34.
So does Lube. So yeah, that's coming out November 2019. As of right now, that's the date. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I bet it's not going to be good, but I'm open. I mean, let's put it this way. I'm definitely going to see it. All right. That Tomb Raider movie comes out soon. Like a couple weeks or something.
Oh, okay.
There have been some data miners that were sifting through Super Mario Odyssey's latest update. And in that update, they found some interesting things. So in Super Mario Odyssey, there are pieces of hint art. And hint art shows you moons that you wouldn't otherwise be able to obtain because you wouldn't even know they're there because there's nothing to look for. So this hint art will show you like a portion of another stage. And you're like, oh, I recognize this. And you go to that stage, and based on the hint art, you might get the idea like taking 5 steps in this direction and pounding the ground. And if you do that, a shine pops or a moon pops out. So
you say shine get?
Moon get. So all those in the game are already answered and done with. But now in the latest update that was data mined, there are another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There are another 20 pieces of hint art that don't appear in the playable version of the game. So that either means Nintendo's working on more hint art to include in a future update, or this is stuff that was left behind and won't be implemented in the game at all. But all these pieces of hint art are brand new. It's not like it's not art that pertains to moons you can already get in the game. These are new moons. So I don't know what's going on here. And then there's further. Hello, Caramel Kitty. There's also further data mining that showed us a whole list of new costumes that are going to be that again are either going to be included in the game in a later update, or were just left in as content that was never finished and we won't get to see in the actual game. So I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine, but I would think something's in the work there. Colma says, this makes me really glad I didn't buy moons to max out my balloon at 999. Well, let's hope you're right, Colma. I'm leaning towards the side that says this is new content that's coming to the game. Here, let me give you the list of costumes/hats that were in the data mined information. There's the batting helmet, which you can guess what it is. There's the conductor wig. There's the Link hat. Yes, that Link. There's a racing helmet, a Santa hat, the Satellaview helmet, which is from Nintendo's Super Famicom add-on. There's zombie headwear, the 8-bit Mario cap, Harriet hat, a hat you should not wear until after thoroughly checking it for explosives. Harriet suit, an outwardly lovely gown. The interior structure has rotted away and is holding on by a thread. The Rango hat. I don't think that's the Johnny Depp movie. The Spewart hat.
Spewart?
Spewart.
Like Stewart and spew?
S-P-E-W-A-R-T. A hat you should definitely wash thoroughly before wearing, given Spewart's hobbies. That's how it writes it.
So you've got filthy, dirty hats and hats that explode.
Yes. Spewart suit is an outfit that reminds one of school days, of reading, writing, and of full-body finger painting. Then it's not really finger painting, is it?
You can still paint a full body with just your fingers.
So you're saying by them writing full-body finger painting, they're using their fingers to paint a full body?
Yeah.
Topper hat. A hat that practically demands to be stacked on top of identical copies of itself and swung dangerously about. And then finally, the Topper suit. A fancy tailored suit that smells of carrots and broken promises.
Oh, no.
So there you go. Like I said, we don't know if it's coming to the game, but we shall see. I'd be surprised if there wasn't another update for the game. Breath of the Wild got 2 major updates. I'm sure Super Mario Odyssey can get 2 at least. North America. This week's digital downloads. You know, the download section excites me even more now because you have a Switch. So when I'm reading these, I'm like, oh, Kirby can check these games out. Mulaka is available. Dive into northern Mexico's breathtaking landscapes with Mulaka, a 3D action-adventure game based on the rich indigenous culture of the Tarahumara. Embark on the journey of Sukurame, a Takahumara shaman known for impressive running abilities. Fight back the foulness corrupting the land while drawing upon the powers of demigods. The game is gorgeous looking. I've read some very good reviews for it, so something to look out for. Scribblenauts Showdown is available on March 6th. Now, if you want this to be a new Scribblenauts game in a straightforward fashion, I'm sorry, that's not what this is. This is a minigame-focused Scribblenauts title coming out on multiple platforms, but Switch included. Enjoy a party-style Scribblenauts experience, conjuring more than 35,000 objects from the vast Scribblenauts dictionary to outsmart your opponent in more than 25 minigames. Tell you the truth, it looks kind of fun. Subsurface Circular is available. A detective stationed on the Subsurface Circular investigates a series of disappearances among the city's robotic working class. Collect words and phrases and then use them in a dialogue puzzle to uncover the world's secrets and determine its future. This is made by the same developer who did Thomas Was Alone, and this game also received a lot of praise and awards. So very excited to check that one out. It's on Switch right now. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 got its update, and it has new DLC. Gain access to Titanic new content, including the Helpful Items Pack 4, upgrade parts for Poppy, Driver Essentials Set 3, and free content is also releasing in the software update, a new Game Plus mode for players with save data from the final chapter of the regular game. There's some sales going on. Capcom's got some sales on the eShops. I think they last until like the 8th or the 9th of March, so get in there. They got sales on all platforms, Switch, 3DS, and Wii U. Also new this week, a normal lost phone. Getting mixed reviews. I think it's not everyone's cup of tea. That's why it's getting mixed reviews. Yes, it's called a normal lost phone, and you play it with your Switch in portrait mode. So you're holding it like you're holding your Switch like it's a phone, basically.
Like a normal lost phone.
Like a normal lost phone, yes. Sengoku 2, the Neo Geo game, is on Switch. Air Hockey is on Switch. Arcade Archive Star Force is on Switch. Damascus Gear Operation Tokyo is on Switch. Detention is on Switch, which is a very scary game, apparently, and also a very excellent game, apparently.
Detention is scary.
I have it.
I mean, what are your parents going to say?
I got grounded.
I never told them. I have Detention on the Switch. I haven't played it yet, but I'm very excited to, because after playing... Oh, I don't want to... you're not going to play it. After playing Doki Doki Literature Club, I'm very in the mood for something spooky. Spoopy. Fear Effect Sedna comes out on March 6th, so we're almost there. Grid Mania is available now. Guilt Battle Arena is on Switch. Little Triangle is on Switch. North comes to Switch on March 6th. Also, if you want more scary stuff, you can get the Outlast Bundle of Terror on Switch. That's the original Outlast game, plus the DLC that was released for it, and it's available right now. And Outlast 2 is also coming to Switch. Do Michael says he couldn't play it at all because he almost pooped himself. We were just talking about this. Quite scary, I hear. Never played it. Packet Queen hashtag? Packet Queen number sign? I don't know how they want me to read it, but that's available on Switch.
Pound sign.
Pound sign. Pound tag. Paper Wars Cannon Fodder is on Switch. Poisoft Thud Card is on Switch. It's a card game. Does anyone know the game Thud? I've never heard of it. Is it
like Spit?
Well,
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not very knowledgeable of card games.
Bidwist. Star Ghost has a demo version on Switch. Super Toy Cars. You got the toy car up your butt. Super Toy Cars is on Switch. Totes the Goat from our friends at Atui is on Switch.
Totes the Goat!
And RTO 2 is on Wii U. Totes the Goat, by the way, if you like Qbert, then you'll like Totes the Goat. This does something. Now that you've updated this iPad, it opens links in a different way, and it's very annoying. Drew says, I love Spit, Mom Brain.
I played a lot of Spit. I got my fingers jammed a lot playing Spit.
I'm watching people talk about Spoopy. Sorry. Steel Diver says, for the love of God, please put a local local media player on Switch. It's such a pretty screen. I want to save all my hentai. I mean VeggieTales to the micro SD card and watch it anywhere. And also, I got Totes the Goat waiting on Mulaka because I want them to do a physical release, as I don't believe in digital. Not just don't like digital. He doesn't believe in it.
It's against my religion.
There's nothing tangible there. What we got here? Switch. I love when I start off a story with the wrong word. Nintendo, talking about the Switch, says, well, no, it's not Nintendo. This comes from the Wall Street Journal. And they have some inside information about what Nintendo's planning to do with the Switch from here on out. And if you're looking for like Switch 2.0 or Super Switch, that's not really happening. Nintendo's path forward is going to be with obviously more games for the Switch and some more peripherals. So this is Wall Street Journal, not corroborated by Nintendo, obviously. They say, the people familiar said expanded Switch features in the coming year could also include additional network-related features and peripherals to be attached to its USB port. But they said changes to the Switch itself, like a smaller version of the machine, were unlikely this year as Nintendo focuses on better manufacturing and shipping of the current model. All that stuff. So yeah, it's pretty much, we heard Nintendo say that they have some ideas for expanding the Switch with peripherals. So it's been so long. So that's not really a surprise. D-Dark says, I kind of thought a revision in 2018 wasn't even in the realm of what people would consider possible. It hasn't even made it to the year mark, and it's doing great. Save the revisions for when it's time to give the system's momentum a boost. Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do. I wouldn't worry about that. What are we at here? All right. Europe. What did Europe get? Our friends in Europe got, oh boy, it's still going. They got a Kirby Star Allies demo. Why did Europe get a Kirby Star Allies demo and we didn't? I don't know. But it doesn't really matter. All you got to do is make a European eShop account, which is easy because parts of Europe speak English. So you should be able to handle it, no problem. I mean, setting up a Japanese account, you need to know some Japanese. But this one is easy. So set up the European account and you can get the demo. Don't complain about it. Don't be like, oh, Nintendo America, come on. Take 5 minutes and make a European account. Then you can get their free demos. Outlast Bundle of Terror is there as well. The Trail Frontier Challenge. Are you ready to discover the undiscovered? Are you ready to climb the tallest mountains, wear the finest clothes, and earn a fortune beyond compare? Then welcome to the new world. Welcome to the Trail Frontier Challenge. Join pioneers from across the land and sea in an epic journey across an undiscovered country. Walk down the single-track path of destiny at a calm and measured pace. Get out there and make your mark upon the world, adventurer. This comes from Peter Molyneux.
Oh, remember that guy?
Yeah. Bridge Constructor Portal is available. That's
Who is that?
parents. God, I would hope. Mom? Dad? Oh, yeah. Bridge Constructor Portal. Oh, okay. Just making sure it was you and not somebody breaking in the house. Portal mixed, or no, Bridge Constructor mixed with Portal themes. Spot the Difference, which is one of those, you know.
Spot the Difference
games. The Final Station is available. It's about a train and people get killed and so Air Hockey is available. Let's Sing 2018 Platinum Edition is available. You know, karaoke, right? Yeah. Warm up those vocal cords and enter the virtual stage and experience Let's Sing. A Whole New World is available. That's HOLE. The city is being invaded by monsters from the Upside Down world.
Is that the porn parody of Aladdin?
Yes. You, the Potion Master, must defeat evil all alone with no tutorials or easy mode to assist you. You'll have to rely on your help of Faye, your companion fairy, and your potions. This is Faye, F-A-Y.
Right.
Just so we don't go through the whole confusion.
Not to be confused with Faye. Yeah. The game.
Yes. Jump and shoot like they did in the good old arcade days. Fight enemies in your world and in the Upside Down world. Defeat gigantic bosses and acquire their powers. A normal Lost Phone is available in Europe as well. Sengoku 2, Star Force, Damascus Gear, Operation Tokyo, Detention, Guilt Battle Arena, Mulaka, Packet Queen, Hashtag, Paper Wars, Cannon Fodder, Devastated, Hoysoft, Thud Card. Okay, I'm going to read you exactly what they say for the description. What is Thud? If the sum of the hands matches other people's layout. Basic rule. You can discard the same suit as the table card or a number card. Whole description.
Well, I mean, Spit is like solitaire versus someone else, if I recall correctly.
Who's up there? You want to come on the podcast? Sorry, people were asking for you. I'll tell them no.
Sorry, guys.
I have no hair. You don't have to if you don't want to. Little Triangle is available on the Switch. Subsurface Circular is on Switch. Toads to Goat is on Switch. Super Toy Cars is on Switch. Gridmania is on Switch. DLC for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. We have the Extra Pack 2 and Anime Music Pack. Pick-a-Picks Deluxe has DLC, and then the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 DLC, I told you. Drag them in, says the ex-Billy. You can pre-order Sterden Binary Stars, which is a shooter. It's an award-winning shooter.
Oh.
It's a mashup of a shmup and a roguelike.
Okay.
Fear Effects said you can pre-order World Conqueror X is available for pre-order. 3DS got Brick Through and what am I touching? An anime workshop. Let's make animation easily with characters written by yourself. Character animation is more easy than cartoon. Less time and effort.
Does it say more easy than cartoon?
Yes.
Okay.
You can post the animation you made on the internet and show it to your friends. Since the movement of a character can be reused as an object. Since the movement of a character can be reused as an object, when making the next story, animation can be made quicker and easier. It's the end.
I feel like I really have not had enough caffeine today.
I'm sorry.
This is really...
You started out really like, go get them, and now you're dead. What you're saying is you need Hello Kitty.
I'm saying...
fingers crossed.
Is I need...
Hi, Fanders.
Coffee.
The Alliance Alive got a demo. There's DLC for Radiant Historia, special offers on a whole bunch of things. 3DS theme shop. Let's see what we got here. The Fashion Academy of Milan.
Oh.
The Fashion Academy of Milan is the goziest fashion school. Rose and Grandma Cinderella theme.
Okay.
The Cinderella family is simply pumpkin credible.
That's beautiful.
A magical trip in time theme. The Winks are ready to go back in time thanks to the time machine. Maggie, Bianca, Nausicaa, and Yuki theme. Maggie, Bianca, Nausicaa, and Yuki, super gozy friends. These girls love their goatsy. And then finally, Hawk and Grandma Snow White theme. The Snow White family is simply cool as ice. Whoever's writing these is really into puns. And then finally on Wii U, there's RTO 2.
Snow White didn't have a family. Didn't they die?
I don't know. I don't know the real Snow White. I don't know the real Snow White story. All I know is the Disney one.
All right.
Mom Brain, yeah.
What?
Snow
White?
Aren't Snow White's parents dead in the story?
They're all dead. They're always, right? It's always tragic. There's no parents. Yeah, it would make sense, right?
That's why she had a stepmother, right?
Yeah.
Shillelagh says, it's good to see Kirby get a demo. The game needs all the help it can get, and even then it's not going to light up the charts like Mario Kart, Zelda, and Mario have done. Speaking of which, I don't think there's any new major first-party games being released this side of E3. I'd like some new information on games. Labo is not going to cut it for me in a large section of their audience. Well, feisty. You had a whole first year of content. Got to get some other stuff out there. Be a little patient. I love you, Shillelagh. Blizzard. All right. Now, this was really, I thought, a stretch. Blizzard. Hello, Mario 7 stars. And Barry. Making sure I didn't miss anyway. Blizzard put out this tweet on February 28th. And it had something from Diablo. I don't know. It's a nightlight. And they had an animated GIF of this thing, and it said "Sweet Dreams," and there's somebody flipping on and off this light switch, turning on and off the nightlight. And people were like, "Diablo 3 for Switch confirmed," and I was like, "What?" And I started going around the internet, and I'm like, "Oh my god, there's a lot of people reporting on this. A lot of people saying like they think this is a tease for the Switch," and I'm like, this is such a stretch, isn't it? I'm like, and I started to wonder if I was the crazy one because so many people were like, "Yeah, this is a definite tease." So I held back on posting it on GoNintendo because I was like, it doesn't seem like a tease to me. It seems like weird. And then a few days later, Blizzard was asked about this, and they were like, "Hey, that thing you put on Twitter, is that a tease for Diablo on the Switch?" And a Blizzard spokesperson said, "We can assure you we're not that clever. It was meant to be a fun community engagement piece. We have nothing to announce." So if you take Blizzard at face value, then no, it's not a tease for anything Switch related. Now, people have informed me that Blizzard has flat out lied about stuff like this before to try and sneak things on fans. So I don't know what to think. I don't know. I'm still on the side that it wasn't a tease for the Switch. But what's a community engagement piece? Like, what does that mean? I hate these stupid social media buzzwords. What, like a community engagement piece? get the community engaged and active and talking about something that's not happening. Like, that doesn't make sense. Let's put out something on Twitter that makes people think that we're doing a Switch game, and then we'll tell them we're not, and then they'll get angry. Isn't that great community engagement? So, I don't know.
Well, they're engaged.
They are engaged, yes.
So,
Vukatos says, I don't really trust anything the industry says. Every company lies a lot to generate hype for the announcement, because if you don't say no, fans interpret any answer as yes. And that is something I discussed in a video I did on YouTube. That no matter, a company could say no till they're blue in the face. And people are still like, oh, but they mean yes. And you know what? That's the company's fault, because companies do that stuff. They say no, 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 no.
Well,
and then they're like, surprise, it's yes.
Well, it's the fault of certain companies.
Yes, certain companies, yes. I will never forget, back when the original DS was out, rumors of a DS Lite came out. And Nintendo flat out said, no, we are not doing that. That is not happening. And then less than a week later, they announced it. And I was like, son of a bitch, look at that. So since then, Nintendo's taken the approach of saying, we don't comment on rumors or speculation, and leaves it at that, which I is frustrating in its own way, but I can appreciate it rather than saying no and lying and then being like, surprise, here it is. So yeah, you know, certain companies out there, I guess you can trust. Who are they? I don't know. Finally, today, we have a really interesting one. So for months, fans were like, hey, Capcom, bring over Monster Hunter Double Cross to the Switch in North America, because it came out in Japan. And fans were like, hey, bring out Monster Hunter Double Cross on the Switch in Europe. And Capcom was like, we're not talking about that. It never happened, obviously. Here we are, and it hasn't happened. And then people were like, hey, here's an idea. You know how Nintendo fans supported Monster Hunter for so many years and helped you build it up? And now you put out this latest Monster Hunter game and it's not on the Switch? Why don't you put it on Switch? And Capcom's like, we know people want it on Switch, but it'd be a really tough undertaking. Blah, 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 blah. All this stuff. Well, today, somebody's calling their bluff. And it's not just a nobody somebody. It's a somebody somebody. Adam Boyes is some guy. Adam Boyes is the CEO of Iron Galaxy Studios. He's also a former PlayStation VP. This guy certainly knows video games, knows the whole dance, and the whole shindig, the back and forth, all that jazz. He went on Twitter and he said, Dear Monster Hunter team at Capcom, we understand that porting the game to the Switch is challenging, but this is exactly what we do. Give us a shot and we won't let you down. Boom! Wow. Gauntlet thrown. Gauntlet thrown down. He's like, we know you say it's going to be tough. We know you think it's going to be a challenge. Well, we do challenges all the time, and we're a game developer. So let's see it happen. Bring it to us, and we'll make it work.
Hey, come on, big man.
Exactly. And this isn't like some random indie or third-party port company that's like, we can do it. This is former VP of PlayStation. I forget exactly what he did at PlayStation, but I recognize the guy's face right off the bat. And he's like, we can do it. Give it to us, baby. So obviously, Capcom has not responded. But I do appreciate this approach because it's a public play. What's it going to do for, what's the name of this company? Iron Galaxy Studios. What's it going to do for them? It's going to make fans happy because they're going to be like, look, Iron Galaxy says they'll do it. Just work out a deal with them. They stand nothing to lose here. Either A, they get the deal and they port the game and they do a good job with it, hopefully, because they say they're ready for it and fans are happy. Or B, Capcom never does anything and Iron Galaxy can say, listen, we wanted to do it. We were ready to do it. They just said no. So they stand to look good no matter what happens here, unless they get the game, port it, and the port is garbage. But, you know, big talk here. I don't think they're going to let that happen. So very interesting. We don't have to see companies do that, but it's very cool. Hopefully Capcom takes them up on the offer. That would be awesome. Temptation says, while you're at it, get Microsoft to let you port the new Killer Instinct to the Switch so I can die an unbelievably happy man. Come to think of it, Dive Kick would be perfect for the Switch. Eh?
Yeah, I remember Dive Kick.
I mean, I'm down for all those. You know, I think as far as Microsoft goes, they've given enough to Nintendo. I think they would be like, hey, Nintendo, kick something our way, because Microsoft's like, here's Minecraft on the Switch, and you can work with us to play Minecraft on the Switch online cross-platform and all that jazz. And Nintendo hasn't been like, hey, here's Mario for Halo. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what Microsoft does.
Here's a Mario suit for Master Chief.
Mario Chief. Yeah, I don't know what Nintendo would send their way. I don't know. Here's some Nintendo-related skins for cars in Forza. I guess it is harder to go the other way because what the hell? Nintendo's brands don't really mash up with what Microsoft has as far as first-party stuff goes. I guess they could let the Super Mario pack in Minecraft be playable on all platforms, but to my knowledge, that is not the case. I don't know, but yeah, I imagine quite a few Nintendo fans would be happy if Killer Instinct came over to the Switch. The Xbox One isn't doing too hot, and it doesn't make me happy to say that. I have an Xbox One. It's just, as far as systems go, I hardly ever touch my Xbox One. The last time I played it was Cuphead, and before that, Inside, which is coming to the Switch.
Oh.
Did you play Inside?
No, I think I watched you and Nikki Hill play it.
Yeah, you got.
But I heard it's really good.
Very good, very good.
It's the guys who did
Limbo.
Limbo, yes.
And you know, if you like Limbo and you liked Out of This World, then you'll like Inside. All right, that's that. What are we at here? Oh, that's good timing right there. Oh, that's good timing. Kirby, what have you been playing lately?
Excuse me. I played a little more Breath of the Wild, and I beat another Divine Beast. The which was actually the first one that I.
Oh, the elephant.
That I went to, the underwater elephant.
Oh. So you saw how using that map screen to move the trunk was important.
Yes, there was no way I would be able to get through that without moving the trunk.
Mom Brain.
Yes.
You missed this last week. Kirby's been playing Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
He got to the bird Divine Beast.
Yeah.
And somehow only because I had no idea that I had to do this. I got through the whole thing without knowing that I could tilt the bird.
He did the whole thing without tilting the bird, right? I know.
I made it so much harder on myself.
That might be the only one you can do without tilting the beast. I think you have to, and like you said, the elephant, you have to move the trunk to get access to some doors and to put out the fire. It's amazing.
Crazy.
It blew people's minds last week, mine included. But yes, now that you know you can do that stuff, your Divine Beast should be somewhat easier now.
Well, yeah, there was at least one part in that dungeon where I had to keep committing suicide until there was a game over and it started me back at the beginning. Because I had no idea what was going on. I was like, why can't I get back?
That Divine Beast boss in the elephant gave me trouble. No, not that one. I'm lying. Not the bird. I won't say it because I don't want to. Because you haven't done it yet.
There's Wind Blight, Water Blight.
Wind Blight was the easiest. Water Blight was fine. I didn't have any trouble.
I was okay until he started throwing ice cubes at me.
I think I used stasis on the ice block when it was really close to me, and all the other ones just crashed into it.
Oh, okay.
That's the cool thing about this Zelda game above all others. Like, there's so many different ways to get things done. It's pretty much whatever you can think of.
Yeah, obviously, if I can get through an entire dungeon without doing what I'm supposed to.
Hello, Bella. Did you play anything else or just that?
I also played more Bayonetta 2.
Bayonetta.
Yeah, I was. This morning I was basically just going through each of the levels because there was some stuff I missed during my first playthrough.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I've found all the missing LP pieces, which means I now have all the weapons.
Yes.
And just before I came over here, I finally got the chainsaw gloves and shoes.
Congratulations!
Which may be my new favorite weapon now.
Yeah, I did not get them, but I've seen them in action.
They're so ridiculous. I love them.
Fits in with the game perfectly.
Oh yeah.
Anything else?
And I also bought Blaster Master Zero.
Oh, you did?
Yep. And so I played the first 2 levels of that.
First one is pretty much the first level from the first game.
Yeah,
and then it goes into new stuff. Yeah. Man, you got a nice mix of different types of games there.
Yeah.
Like all-out action, and then Zelda with puzzles and stuff, and Blaster Master's old school. That's a good mix of stuff. Do you have a Pro controller? You're just playing Joy-Cons?
Yeah, I'm just using Joy-Cons.
I gotta let you know when there's a good deal. There was just, I should have told you, there was a good deal on a Pro controller for like $40, because they're usually 70.
Oh, jeez.
I think. But I got one for Vitamin G for his birthday or whatever, and he's in love with it.
Nice.
They're really good. They're really good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind using the Joy-Cons.
Yeah, I was fine with them too.
That thing.
Santiago says Blaster Master Zero is so good. Yes, I agree. I thought it was so good as well.
Yeah.
Monbrain.
Yeah.
You play anything?
Cat Condo.
How's that going?
It's fun.
Oh, I don't feel convinced.
I mean, it's just there's really not much to it.
What's your prized cat possession?
It's all cats.
I know, but like, what's the cat you're most proud of?
I don't know what it's. There's like maybe one with 2 colored eyes. He's pretty nice.
What's his name?
Doesn't have one. You don't have him long enough to really get.
I'd name him David Bowie.
That'd be a great name.
Because he's got 2 different colored eyes.
It's a great name.
Are you playing anything else?
No.
No. Raw meat.
Yes.
Have you been playing anything?
I have been playing something. Right now I'm trying to...
Oh, okay. I thought you were just waiting for someone to ask you.
No. I was, but something... This is being funky. Sorry. Hold on. There we go. Yes, I have been playing stuff. So I played some more Celeste, and I'm on the C side still. So I'm working my way through those, because while they aren't long, they are incredibly difficult, like pixel perfect movement and very long portions where you can't make a single mistake. But, you know, that's the point that I'm at in the game now. Like, we've gone through the regular stuff and the B-sides, and now we're at the really, really tough stuff. So that's what I expect. And the sense of satisfaction when you actually complete part of it is really good. So I'm playing that. And then I bought... what the hell's it called? I got to look on my phone. I bought Part-Time UFO on my phone, which is from Hal. Yes, the same Hal who does, you know, Kirby and Smash Brothers and Box Boy.
Kabuki Quantum Fighter.
What is that? Oh, yeah. So I bought that because I had been keeping track of it when it launched in Japan. I was like, ooh, that looks like a lot of fun. I really hope they bring that here. And they did. So I'm playing that now. If you don't know what it is, it's about an alien who comes to Earth, and basically this farmer's like, the farmer doesn't really care that he's an alien. The farmer's just like, you youngsters got to get jobs. He's like, here, load this stuff into the back of my truck so that you help him. And then he's like, all right, here's how you look for work. This is what you got to do. And then you just take jobs. You're part-time UFO. You take jobs.
Oh, that's what it's called, part-time UFO.
You take jobs here on Earth to get money, I guess, to eventually get back home. But
the farmer doesn't care that you're an alien.
No, not at all.
What kind of alien? What does he look like? Does he look like a gray? Like a little gray?
No, you're in like a little... You only really see the head. I mean, it looks like Kirby. Just a little UFO. But the thing is, the way you help out through work is by the UFO's claw, because it has a claw that drops down and grabs things. So it's like a claw machine game, but you also move the UFO around. So you do all... It feels like a WarioWare game, because the things that you're doing are very weird. Like, first you help the farmer get fruit back onto the truck, which is fine. And then the next one is like catch 5 giant fish in the ocean. And then the next one is... One of the next ones is stack cheerleaders together to form a giant tower. And each one has like different objectives in them. So like the main objective is stack the cheerleaders. And then another one is like, in that mode, is use all the cheerleaders to get to that height. And then there's all kinds of crazy stuff. And you get a certain amount of coins based on how well you do. And then if you perform jobs well enough and get the objectives met, You use the objectives you've gotten. You get coins from them, and they open up more jobs for you. So you just go on like that. So obviously you're using a virtual joystick, which is fine. And you use one button for the claw, and it goes down and picks things up, and you drop them. It's fun. It's quirky. It's weird. It's got nice music. I'm enjoying it. It is a paid game. It's not a free game, but it's a one-time fee. So I know a lot of people are like, I'm not paying for a mobile game. Hello, all 41. No one
all
is
those people
vacuuming.
sound just like that.
Yes. Okay. Or they sound like Do Michaels. So yeah, playing that, and it's really good. Yes, it's my laptop fan because this is a very old laptop and it's dying. It's struggling to bring you the show each week. So I played that.
They can hear that?
Yes.
Oh man.
There was one. Oh yeah, I said I played Flint Hook this week, and I haven't played it more. What you saw me play in the video is what I've played so far, and I really want to play more. Because I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It's a game about bounty hunting, and it's a platformer. It's got a really fun look to it, and the main mechanic is like a grappling hook, like Bionic Commando style, except it's much more like fluid and smoother movement and stuff like that. Bionic Commando was, 90-degree or diagonal shots with your claw, and that's all you could do. And he can't jump either, and your character in Flint Hook can jump. So yeah, that's the stuff I've been playing, and there's about 8 million other games I want to play. I just haven't had the time. I'm super busy, or I'm dead tired and I have to go to bed and try and get 4 hours of sleep.
All that time while I was away.
Huh?
You had all that time while I was away.
Yeah, I was working. If I didn't have to work, I could play a lot more.
Not that you wouldn't have played games if I was home.
I played while you were gone. I was playing Celeste mostly. Mama Celeste. All right, let's do some questions. Hello, Retro As. Questions. You can send your questions to GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com. GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com. Ask us about Nintendo, or about video games in general, or about whatever the hell you want to know. Here's an email from Game Freak 613, someone that's been around for a bazillion years. Thank you for the long time support, my friend. Hey, RMC and crew, I'm listening to podcast 636 right now, and I have a question that's now killing me. He was saying he'd go to a bar if they served milk. How much does RMC like milk? Mom, Brain?
Way too much.
I feel you should answer this.
Ronnie Cowboy likes milk the way an alcoholic enjoys Bud Light. Like, it's up there, man. Like, it is his lifeblood. He'll do anything to get it. It's gotta be in the house.
He loves it enough to drink an entire gallon of it in under an hour.
Yeah, right.
He constantly talks about how good milk would be with different foods while he's eating them. This isn't a lie. He talks about he can't understand how I despise milk.
No, I understand why people don't like milk, but it just brings me so much joy.
It's his lifeblood. I
like chocolate milk. Yes, Super Sean. I like chocolate milk. Super Shauna 64.
He'll drink it any
Charlotte milk.
Skim milk, whole milk, 1%, 2%.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but no almond milk.
No, cow milk. No organic. God forbid, grass-fed organic cow milk that might not be full of crap.
Organic, no soy milk.
Other pus.
No. Oh, I tried coconut milk. That was bad.
I mean, none of it's good, but it's a great alternative to regular milk.
Yeah, I'll take any percentage, whatever you got. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not like, oh boy, I love skim milk, but I do love skim milk because it's milk. But if I had the choice between skim or one, I'd take one. One or two, I'd take two. Two or whole, I'd take whole.
Skim milk is so gross.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love milk. Game Freak says, I like milk a lot. Too much. It's responsible for me being overweight. Like 4 gallons a week on my own if I'm not being careful. Now see, I don't do 4 gallons a week.
No.
You don't do 4 gallons a week.
I've never met anyone else who liked milk as much as I do, but maybe I'll get lucky this time. Well, I'm not 4 gallons a week. Because there are other things I like to drink. Like I like San Pellegrino, and I like
4 gallons a week. You'd have to be like, does he like drink it all day long?
Can't come out today. I go drink milk. Yeah, I like San Pellegrino. I like iced teas and stuff like that. I'm not really like, if soda's here, I'll drink it, but I very rarely get a hankering for soda. It's just teas and juices and milks. But yeah, milk I would say is my favorite drink. I love milk. Snapple, yeah, I love Snapple too. I just don't have it too often. Yeah, 4 gallons a week, that is a lot. I mean,
you wouldn't do 4 gallons. I'd say that if we're being really like practical, you could probably do 2 gallons a week really comfortably, maybe 3.
I feel like if you didn't buy any other thing to drink, I could do 4 gallons.
He also, which is so funny, like I don't ever like drinks are not a thing for me. Like
drinks,
water and seltzer and coffee, but like that's it. Like I don't need, and if I didn't have seltzer, I would just drink water. Also, raw meat has, quote, those days. He'll like take a sip of milk and I'll go, it's one of those days. And by that he means one of those days where you can't get enough milk.
Yeah. I love drinks in general. I just love drinks. Like when I see people eat meals and they don't have a drink with them, I'm like, you goddamn animal. What? I'm like, drink something. I feel like drinking is like an important part of the meal eating process.
Sure.
Like, I don't care what it is. Water, milk, iced tea, juice, beer, anything. Just drinks. I just love drinks.
Okay.
I love them.
That's why I have crazy drink night.
That's right. Man, I love drinks. Well, thanks for the question, Game Freak 613. That was great. He also goes by the name Milk and Consoles. He wants us to know. We got time for that? No, we don't.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com. Send all your milk-related questions to GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com. Mom Brain, the villagers, is that what they say? The natives are restless. That's what they say.
I got music. You want to hear it? You want to hear it? Oh. I got.
This first song comes to us from B. Mori.
Holy Lord, I definitely know this.
Yeah.
It's a Mario game.
Sure is.
Galaxy 2?
No.
Galaxy?
No.
3D World.
Yes. So that was from B. Mori, and it was Super Mario 3D World on the Wii U. Here comes one from Glitter Bubble 3.
I can't hear it.
Oh, here it comes. I think this is what it sounds like in Mom Brain's head all the time.
Oh.
Renaissance Fair 64.
Yeah. I got the Renaissance Fair.
All right, Super Nintendo?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's got to be an Enix or a Square game. Is that right?
I'm not sure.
It's RPG?
Oh.
I have the Beholder.
Go.
Lufia.
No.
Lagoon.
No.
Breath of Fire?
Nope.
It's not first party, right?
No.
Oh, is it that King Arthur game?
No.
Ogre Battle?
No. I mean, you guys are.
Secret of Evermore.
No,
Secret
you're
of
not
Mana.
right vein. No.
Final Fantasy.
No. With the
Dragon Quest.
fantasy stuff. No.
Franchise?
Yeah.
Still around today?
Yes, but I don't know if this game is. I think it was before the franchise is what you know it as today.
Oh, boy.
Thing.
Romance of Three Kingdoms.
No.
Man, it's...
This kind of sound like a Square.
Yeah.
Or
Square Soft. All right, we don't know. Go ahead.
Lord of the Rings.
What?
Oh, wow. I would have never got that.
That was from Glitter Bubble 3, and it was Lord of the Rings on the Super Nintendo. Here comes one from Mikey3319. Excuse me.
Well, it's the same company that did Maniac Mansion. Or at least the same composer. Man, this is a jam. Why can't I think of the company that did that porn? Oh yeah, it's definitely the same composer. Licensed?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's that feeling? Back to the Future.
No.
Jurassic Park.
No.
Silver Surfer.
No.
X-Men.
No.
SWAT Cats.
No.
Toxic Avenger.
Uh-uh.
Wolverine.
No.
G.I. Joe.
No. No.
Heathcliff.
No.
Hell of a song for Heathcliff. Total Recall.
No.
Cliffhanger.
No.
Dirty Harry.
No.
Superman. Batman. All right, go ahead.
The Rocketeer.
Oh man, and we were even talking about that movie recently.
I never played the game.
So that was The Rocketeer on the NES from Mikey331.
Hi, Rocket.
Okay, just changing gears a little here.
God
so
damn it.
bear with me. I feel like I could have another sneeze.
I feel like The Rocketeer is like an untapped market. Like they need to do more with that.
I think they're making a new movie or a TV show or something.
Really?
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. This one comes from Andy the Zombie.
This is a real, yeah, really easy one.
It's so good.
It's Banjo-Kazooie.
Sure is. That was Banjo-Kazooie on the 64 from Andy the Zombie.
We need that easy one to get us back on track.
This one comes
Get
from
them all.
This one comes from Pratt Trap.
Can you turn it up? This sounds like a real bad Ren and Stimpy game.
It's not.
Is it a licensed game?
Yeah.
Rugrats.
No.
Real Monsters.
No.
Oh, it's so bad. The Simpsons something.
Nope.
Dennis the Menace.
Whoa. Did you say no?
I said no.
Bobby's World. Home
No.
Alone.
No.
Something Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Super Nintendo?
No.
What is it? 64?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's terrible. I don't know.
It's a Looney Tunes.
Bugs.
Nope.
Daffy.
Uh-huh.
Duck Dodgers.
Yes. Duck
In the
Dodgers.
24th and a half century.
Oh my
Starring
god.
Daffy Duck.
That's so bad.
And that was from Pratt Trap. This one will perk you up. It comes to us from Jet Jaguar.
Focus all attacks.
All right, the volume.
Super Nintendo?
No.
64.
Yeah.
Okay. Could be first party.
It is.
Okay.
It was published by Rare.
Diddy Kong Racing?
Yeah.
That's first party. Rare used to be first party.
But you see, Mike.
I got you. I got you.
Okay, good.
Close enough.
So that was Diddy Kong Racing, and it came to us from Jet Jaguar. This one comes from Alien Boy VA.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so amped. I don't even know what system it is.
Switch. No.
Boys?
Yes.
Boys. I'm sorry. Boys.
Boys. Yes.
B-O-E-Z.
The game
Boys.
is Boys.
You know, I've been meaning to play Boys. I guess I should do that.
And it came to us from Alien Boy VA. That was Boys
It's
on
a
the
music
Switch.
game.
This one comes from Midvale
Boys.
Dog. I think you both played them.
All right, bad quality flute. So it could be N64.
No.
All right, could be Super Nintendo. Good quality. Oh, portable?
Nope. It was Wii.
Wait, what?
Oh, Zack and Wiki?
Yep.
Oh, good for you. I wouldn't have got that.
Yeah, I'm supposed to remember that.
So that was Zack and Wiki on the Wii. This one comes from Po Pouring. I had to make sure I got the correct number of Po's. Po Pouring, yeah. No.
What's this one?
Wii.
Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yes.
Oh, baby.
That was Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii from Po Pouring. Last song today comes to us from our friend Denix.
Oh, I know this.
Sure you do.
It's recent, isn't it?
No?
Oh, no. What's this one?
You.
Oh, my God. What is this that I know it?
It sounds like Rez.
It's not.
Oh, I know. No, it's not like you.
It's not Wario, is it?
No.
Doesn't sound like it. Yeah, that part is so familiar. And now it's going to go down. Yeah. Now it's going to go up. What the fart is this? It's on the GameCube. I'm sorry, did I say he's the first party? It's not
You
first
didn't,
party?
but it is.
It is first party.
Yeah.
Okay. It's very weird for first party. As in your door.
Yeah.
Hey!
That was Paper Mario. The Thousand
Yeah.
Year
Do we have a
Door
name of that one?
on the cube. Storm the X-Naut Fortress.
Yes, yes. It's been so long since I played that.
There you go. That's music for today. I'm not.
When I said we got all of them right, I wanted to get all of them right after that one. Did we actually do it?
I don't know. I wasn't paying it. I'm like.
Did we get every single one right?
You
I
got.
know we missed the first one, right?
Just a couple, I think.
Yeah. You guys did great. You wonderful job.
Why do you not keep score anymore?
This is not about your score.
You have to.
So you didn't get Lord of the Rings, and you
That's
didn't
correct.
get the Rocketeer, but you
That's
got
correct.
Super Mario 3D World, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 8. You got Banjo Kazooie.
Yes.
Duck Dodgers.
Yes.
Diddy Kong.
Yes.
Boys.
Yes.
Zack and Wiki.
Yes,
Xenoblade Chronicles.
yes.
So you got 8 out of 10.
All right, I'll take it.
Right?
You did a good job.
Yeah, great job.
Thanks, Mom Brain. I appreciate it.
Give
And thanks
yourself a pat
everybody
on the
who's
back.
here with us live, and thanks everybody who's listening not live. We appreciate the support. And because we're the longest running weekly podcast, because we're the longest running episodic weekly podcast in history, we'll see you next week.
Of life ever.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, you a-holes.
Ooh,
No, it wasn't.
that's the last thing people are going to hear for this week when
I
they
really do need
are
more coffee.
when they're going to work or whatever. Gonna be like, man, what a great show! I feel great about myself, and they're gonna hear, "See you later, assholes."
I was gonna go for a run, but
A run to Duncan.
oh fuck.
Cowboy says, I have to go to bed now. That's what he says. I have to go to bed now. Turning 30 tomorrow. An old man needs his sleep. Good night. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Happy early birthday!
Happy early birthday,
30 was the
Cowboy.
best year of my life. May it be yours too.
Why didn't you tell us first or earlier so we could have talked about it on the podcast? Santiago says, did she just call us a-holes?
I did.
Mm-hmm. Now it's time for after show holes, says Drew. What were we going to talk about with holes? Oh, that game had holes in it.
Your mom
Whole
has
New
holes
World.
in it.
Everybody's got holes.
Not everybody.
Pee holes, mouth holes, ear holes, belly button holes,
Nose holes.
nose holes. I'm forgetting holes. Buttholes? Did I say buttholes?
Pore holes.
Pore holes.
Vagina holes.
Not everybody. That's why I said pee
What?
hole. It's true. Crap, I wish I could remember it. Crap, boobs, penids.
Sucks.
Sucks. That's what it is. Is it crap and sucks?
It might be.
Hey, Kirby, let me play you something.
Yeah.
It's not the thing we're talking about right now.
It's so good.
It is a video on YouTube, which you don't need to see. You just need to listen to.
Penids.
It's called New Anime Plot.
I got this new anime plot. Basically, there's this high school girl, except she's got huge boobs. I mean, some serious hunkers. A real setup of dunkers. Packing some Doban hunkeros. Massive the hunka bankaloos. Big old ton hungera cougars. What happens next? Transfer student shows up one day with even bigger butt hanaga hooks. Humongous hungalonga no no logangas.
That's the whole video. Oh, man, I like that. I've seen many an anime with that plot before.
A real setup
That's all you
of
need.
dunkers. Packing some Doban hunkeros.
Doban Honkeros. That's the one I want to remember. Mom Brain. Mom Brain.
What?
Omar wants to know why 30 was the best year of your life.
I got I was healthy, and I'm pretty sure we
That's
got
it.
engaged around then, and teacher of the year. Just 30 was great.
I mean, everything you listed sounds good.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's been great. Can't really complain.
Super Shano 64 says, go see your parents. All right, I'll go do that. Because you said so, Super Shano. I was going to hide out here in the basement and make Kirby go see him, but I guess I'll go. Are they gone yet? Somebody check, are they gone yet? Thanks for, yeah, Murasaki, I'll do that. That'll be the only thing I'd link in the description. Link in the description down below. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend, everybody. Play some games. Have some fun. Take it easy. Have some laughs. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.